Welcome to part 4 of the Super Mario Galaxy commentary. Now we're finally heading into the... I can't remember, it's Bowser... No, Bowser Jr.'s robot reactor.
But it's clearly Bowser's face.
When selecting this level for the first time, everyone's like, oh, are we actually going to be on a giant planet that is Bowser's face?
I actually thought that as well.
Sort of reminds me of actually the end of Sonic 3D Blast, where you actually like shoot up a giant Eggman fortress thing's nose.
Yeah.
Eggman's mustache needs to be a level.
Maybe in Lost World.
Hairy Hive Galaxy.
Hairy Hive.
Oh god, I can't look away.
No one wants to see Eggman's
Baldy,
big boy.
Baldy knows Hair Galaxy.
So yeah, the Bowser levels are generally the most dangerous galaxies of the galaxy.
Galaxies of Galaxy.
Galaxies of Galaxy. Or a solar... I should say a solar system, maybe.
Now this is the oddest part about Mario Galaxy, waiting for something to shoot at you, as opposed to waiting for something
what are you
to...
taunting the bullet bill?
I think this brings up the argument of, like, is Mario Speed an illusion because he can outrun bullets, and on top of that, he also can jump on top of a bullet and stop it with his foot. Maybe Mario is faster than Sonic, his speed's just an illusion, it's running slower so that you can understand what's going on.
That's actually one of my favorite jokes. I think it was, I don't remember if it was a Dorkly comic, or, no, a Dorkly animation or something like that, but it was something similar to that. Whereas the Bullet Bill was, like, questioning the logic of how he works in the Mario universe. It's like, Mario, it's like, me bad for Mario when he jump up, but he bad for me when he jump down. Me Bullet. Me should be dangerous no matter how he touch me.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, I've seen that before.
Not to mention that bullets do technically follow the laws of gravity, so they're going fast enough that it's taking a really long time for them to dip down and reach the ground. So, yeah.
Also, it is the completed version of Ganon's original fight in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because they were planning on using this fight for Ganon back when Ocarina of Time had a jump button, but then when they decided to go with auto-jumping, they kind of shelved this boss idea and used it for this.
I don't see how that works.
Well, no, obviously Ganon turned into a giant robot and you climbed on his metallic legs and cogs.
John, think Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, because when you guys say that, I know it's all concepts at this point, but I'm just thinking Link fighting a giant metallic snippet that's somehow Ganon.
Well,
Like,
Ganon is a pig.
Yeah, well, it obviously would have had a pig nose rather than the whole octopus theme, but...
Yeah. That's one thing about Nintendo, is it seems like they never throw ideas away, and that's why they're so secretive about conceptual stuff, just because... I thought you were going to win by getting hit right there.
They might use it someday.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where they, like, never throw anything away, and they're always so secret about conceptual stuff, though, just because, like, here you have an idea that was used, like, a decade later.
Well, almost, yeah.
How many close calls am I getting for this boss fight?
This is the only time I have ever heard the second half of this theme.
But you've seen that. It's like I had like 3 bullet bills coming close proximity to the damn thing, but it doesn't count, and now I gotta...
It's like the surfing Pokemon theme. I've never heard the second part of it in actual gameplay.
I thought it was just... Widdly, 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 widdly.
Ted, this is actually the second time you've heard this because we're re-recording.
Oh,
That's
well,
very true.
true.
We're repeating the joke. Don't tell them.
I know, but he's just like, this is the first time I've ever heard this. I'm like, well, you know... Even though it's still just as much of a sick burn on Johnny because it was also because of him, then?
No, that's it. I worded it very specifically. This is the only time, meaning this footage right here is the only time.
I see. Technicality.
I was careful. I did not lie.
Just as much of a sick burn on Johnny, though, because it was because of him that you heard it.
Are you impressed?
Obviously, the moral of the story is Ted needs to buy the goddamn soundtrack.
Oh, I would get the soundtrack if Club Nintendo would just make it a fucking option, but no, we need to get Kirby Epic Yarn patches instead.
That aren't even right, because they were misprinted. What I find so odd is that, like, I swear Europe and Japan have such great rewards. Like, Europe had, like, those commemorative coins, like, for the RPGs that were coming out a couple years ago. They have stuff like that. Everything in Club Nintendo in the United States is something that's printed on paper. Like, it's postcards.
A few exceptions.
It's like postcards, posters, stationery, notebooks. Like, it's all stuff that's printed on paper.
Well, the tote bags. There's a Pikmin tote bag that just got released a couple weeks back.
The Majora's Mask soundtrack is just a picture of the soundtrack, and did it just mail it to you?
No, it's the sheet music for the score.
Well, they could at least give you legal MP3 downloads. That doesn't cost anything to manufacture.
Well, that's what they've been doing a lot now, is that you can use the coins to buy, like, virtual console games and stuff.
Yeah.
They've been trying to push that more because it doesn't cost them anything to give that to you.
What's really ridiculous about like the whole Club Nintendo thing is just the fact that you have cool rewards like that, though, but it's just that the thing that I find crazy is like that Game & Watch Galleries things are always like the biggest rewards, and it's like the equivalent of spending like $900 on Nintendo merchandise to get them.
And you're getting a cheapo little fast food game thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Does anybody remember when they had those Sonic Game & Watch McDonald's Happy Meal toys?
You mean the Afghan commercial?
Oh, that
no.
yeah, the horrible, yeah, the worst computer animation.
Well, I think it was the Sonic Heroes tie-in, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Sonic Heroes.
I like this galaxy. It's a one-off platforming galaxy, but at the same time, I think that adds to its charm. The fact that it's made of like cake and ice cream is also pretty cool.
It's also playing the Mario 3 Overworld theme.
Although they'd reused the specific arrangement in like 6 other games after this, because I think they're still reusing the same exact arrangement in 3D Land, if I remember correctly.
It is a good arrangement, but you know, Mario and Sonic both have the same fucking problem right now, and that's they're overplaying the nostalgia card all over the place.
No, it wouldn't bother me so much but Mario and Sonic also keep on playing the nostalgia card for only one of their games. Well, okay, I guess Sonic for like one handful of games, because they like to alternate between 1 and 2 for that, but for Mario, it's just Mario 3, and lately we've been getting a little bit of World, but other than that, it's just like Mario 3, Mario 3, Mario 3, which I'm gonna sound blasphemous, but I don't even think that Mario 3 is like the best 2D Mario game.
Nope, I think World's better.
Ted, how dare you have an opinion?
Well, I mean, like, I'd even play new DS over 3 most of the time, because I don't get why 3 is just so, oh my god, amazing.
Because everyone played it at Latchkey in kindergarten, that's why.
Because I got a movie dedicated to it.
Yeah, DS doesn't have a wizard.
I would say that like I don't really get like why people like 3 so much, but being honest, I don't really think I'm in a position to like fairly criticize that, because the thing is, I am horrible at 2D games. Like really, really bad. The first system I actually owned was an N64, and I am horrible at 2D games as a result. To give you an idea of how bad I am, I have never seen past World 3 of Super Mario Bros. 3. Ever. I have tried and tried and tried and tried. I can't beat World 3. Because I run out of lives in World 3, I get a game over, and the amount of lives that they give you after a game over isn't enough for me to beat all of World 3 in a single go.
Well, have you ever considered getting a warp whistle? So you can technically say you've gone past World 3.
Well, I kind of want to like play it like legit the first time, and I also keep in mind, I'm also somebody who has never beaten the original Super Mario Brothers, not even with warp zones. I can't beat World 8-1.
I think for me, I really tried to beat Mario 1. I think it was when the 25th anniversary Mario All-Stars thing came out. I really tried to beat Mario 1, but I just kept on dying in 8-3 and 8-4, and then that just meant I had to go all the way back to 8-1 again. I was just, after a while, I was just like...
That Hammer Bro in 8-4 is the true final boss.
Oh god.
Meanwhile, just for comparison's sake, I beat Mario 1 when I was 5.
Here's the thing, because actually I just got my new, well, it's not new, it's over 30 years old, Nintendo Entertainment System I bought from Amazon because my old one doesn't read cartridges anymore. You know, the gray screen of death, I guess you could say. And I was hooking it up, and then my mom was in the vicinity, and she noticed that she freaked out a bit because she hasn't seen that in such a long time. So she asked me if I had Mario Brothers, and I plug it in for her. And
well, of course, if you own an NES, you own Mario Brothers.
Yeah, but she was doing World 1-1, and well, first off, true to like pretty much every parent out there, they don't know the run button exists.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing though, because you can actually see the video like on my brother Mark's Facebook. He recorded the entire adventure.
Wait, she beat the game without the run button?
No, she beat the first level, and she jumped over the pit that Elliot had such a fucking hard time with on her first try. And I was like, "See, look, you're actually better than Elliot."
That's great.
Meanwhile, on screen, we're showcasing another of the Wii's fantastic motion control gimmicks.
Well, I will say that, like, it's responsive at the very least. It's just the gameplay itself is...
It controls well, but then why would you ever want to do this?
Looking at the golf course styled stuff just makes me really want that 3DS Mario Golf game to come out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I've never liked Mario Golf, actually, now that...
No, I really like Toadstool Tour.
Toadstool Tour was really good, yeah.
What made me laugh, though, is that there was some interview with Game Trailers where Reggie said something like, Nintendo has a really good track record of releasing games on time, and then they said, you just said that you were delaying Mario Golf World Tour. Not to mention, this got delayed, Brawl got delayed, we could go on, but I won't, because you all know
Pikmin
everything.
3 got delayed 10 times! 10!
Johnny got delayed because a speedrunning trick failed just now.
But I'm back. I'm back, and I'm better than ever.
I kept meaning to say, I guess I should clarify that with Mario 3, like, even though I was saying, like, I never actually, like, played Fast World 3, I've actually had, like, friends, like, play the later world so that I could try them, so I've tried, like, you know, Tiny Huge Island, which people say is, like,
friends,
the best
your
world.
super guide.
Yes. Yeah, my friends are the super guide from back then, so I've seen Tiny Huge Island, which a lot of people say is the best world, and I have seen World 8. But like,
I don't get why everybody loved the giant world. I don't know. I guess it's a unique motif.
I didn't really like it. You know, it had a good aesthetic to it, but the level design attached to that was kind of bland.
I think it was just that the sprites were really impressive looking for NES.
I guess. Although they're really just blown up versions of the sprites that you already have seen before. So.
And ultimately, my opinion of 3 is that it's a good game in and of itself. Part of the problem is that a lot of the nostalgia whoring the last 5 or 6 years of it has ultimately diminished some of the quality of it.
Retroactively diminishing the quality of a game that was once considered a really great title.
But also the fact that I'm just going to be honest on my opinion that I think Mario World is just significantly better in every way.
I completely agree.
Perfects a lot of things.
Christ almighty, we're showcasing another Wii motion control gimmick.
Well, it's not really a gimmick, it's just the pointer. And if there's one thing that I think that one motion control thing about the Wii that I will defend to the death, it's the pointer
yes.
control.
I love the pointer. The pointer is always a good thing when it pops up.
So you know, guys, that technology's been around since the 70s.
Yeah, true, but it's just like games like this and Trauma Center and all other sorts of awesome games I don't think could be played any other way. Like even mouse and keyboard I don't think is as good as a pointer, because it's just you have buttons along with that, and so I don't know, I just love this thing.
I think it depends on the game, honestly, because to me, like for saying like an FPS.
First-person shooters are only good in computer mode.
When you want to aim, the best things for aiming are mouse and keyboard or pointer technology.
Well, this is just like it's trying to play. If you were trying to play Mario Galaxy on a computer, jumping would be click, which would just seem really odd to me if you were to like emulate it exactly to the Wii mode. And oh, look at that Pikmin 2 ship.
He also looked like he went through like a chunk of like space junk right there, like on the way to the Pikmin 2 ship.
Yeah, but the Pikmin 2 ship's the only important thing, because fanboy.
I love it.
Were you happy that ship got utterly demolished in 3, Ted?
Well, it was kind of depressing, really, because like the ship actually has a personality and stuff, so it's dead. Although then you get into philosophical questions of what is the value of a life of a robot, and I don't really want to get into that Descartes shit right now. So,
and then Louis steals your shit, and you just forget all about it.
Fucking Louis is such an asshole in Pikmin 3.
Well, he was always an asshole, wasn't he?
No, he was a psychopathic maniac. He was a psychopathic maniac in 2. But...
He's just a dick in 3.
Okay, this is kind of Pikmin 3 spoiler territory though. Like I don't want to talk too much spoilers.
We already had an impressions video, which already spoiled a lot of things. So
But if anyone doesn't want to be spoiled, like I want to skip into this. I've heard a lot of people like on the internet saying that like, you know, a lot of room is left over for Pikmin 4 because they don't answer a couple of questions, and on top of that, they also I've seen people say that, you know, that they imply that Louis got left behind again. I beat the game 100%. I never saw anything about Louis getting left behind again. Where do they say that?
If you go back into the game to the logs for the final day,
Yeah.
in which you beat the game, the captain mentions that they couldn't find Louis anywhere, so they must have left him behind.
Oh, okay, because I beat the game 100%, and I'm just like, where do they ever say that Louis was left behind again? Because I never saw that.
You have to go back into the file and it tells you, but...
Oh, okay.
What do the secret files do?
Don't spoil what the secret files do, because actually that's the one thing I haven't done yet. I've gotten the...
Slight spoiler warning, it's very underwhelming.
Oh, okay.
Is it as bad? All right, without spoiling anything, is it about as underwhelming?
they're
Hold on,
just
no. Is it about as underwhelming as Postcard Sunshine, or?
Not that underwhelming.
Well, the secret files are just an extra thing. Getting 100% is something that you just aim to do in every 3D Mario game.
Okay.
I got 100% like in the way of the fruit, though. I just haven't gotten the secret files yet.
I like this particular gimmick area thing.
The path that built itself.
Yeah, the path that builds itself, especially
Every time I see shit like this, and I think of Magneto in the second. Was it the first X-Men film that he did that, where he formed the metallic bridge underneath his feet?
Yeah.
I think that I was watching that earlier. I think that was the first one.
I'm pretty sure it was his escape from prison during the second.
No. There's two.
That's a too much iron in your blood one.
Yeah, that's when he uses the iron inside the security officer's blood. But no, it is the first one when he's inside his fortress and he has Sabretooth following him and shit like that.
I see. Right.
In business school. Can anyone give me an example of a Juggernaut? The guy on X-Men with the big
If you're
helmet.
paying attention to where things are in that area, though, you can take some blind jumps and the path will form as you get near it, so you can land on it.
Well, in gameplay terms, it really just is a normal platform like room. That's just visually. Well, is it possible to jump so fast that you fall before the platforms catch up?
If you program them to not be there or not form, then yes, it is a bottomless pit.
Okay.
But you can do that with a simple if-then statement.
Okay.
It's really not that hard to do.
It's something I could do.
Now you too can be a Mario Galaxy.
I'm a Mario Galaxy, and so can you.